Ever notice how, when the world seems to fall apart, there's always that one person who stays calm, almost untouched? What if you could be that person, not by luck, but by choice? That's the quiet power of Stoicism, a philosophy not buried in the past, but burning with relevance in today's chaotic world. Marcus Aurelius wasn't just a Roman emperor. He faced war, plagues, betrayal, and the endless noise of politics, yet he carried himself with extraordinary calm. Why? Because he understood something timeless. You can't control what happens to you, but you can always control how you respond. Now imagine bringing that mindset into your own life. Imagine facing Monday morning traffic, harsh emails, or last-minute changes, not with panic, but with poise. In this video, we'll explore 10 powerful lessons from Stoicism, each one a tool forged by fire and tested over centuries. These aren't lofty theories. They're practical strategies to help you stay grounded, calm, focused, no matter what life throws your way. And remember, this isn't about becoming emotionless. It's about becoming emotionally sovereign, the master of your reactions, not their slave. Let's turn ancient wisdom into your modern advantage. 1. Embrace what you can control. Living a calm, centered life in this fast-paced, noisy world? It might seem impossible, but Stoicism hands you a compass. Focus on what's within your control. You're not ignoring life's chaos. You're choosing where to invest your energy. You can't control traffic. You can't control your boss's mood. But you can control your choices, your attitude, your inner dialogue. Imagine your life as a battlefield. Your weapons aren't anger or control, they're awareness and intention. Feelings will come, frustration, sadness, anxiety, but you decide whether to let them take over your home, or just pass through the hallway. Your mind is your garden. You're the gardener and the architect. Plant thoughts that nourish you. Uproot the weeds. Water what matters. You're not blind to pain. You simply choose the lens through which you see it. And with each thoughtful response, you create a calm, inner sanctuary, no matter the storm outside. 2. Use the power of acceptance. Acceptance isn't weakness. It's wisdom in action. Picture yourself on the shore. Waves crashing in. You can't stop them, but you can learn to surf. That's Stoicism in motion. Not denial, not surrender, but adaptation. A spilled coffee, a missed deadline, a rude stranger. Each could ruin your mood, or become a moment to practice grace. Marcus Aurelius wouldn't scream at the rain. He'd breathe, adjust, and keep walking. Acceptance doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop wasting energy on what you can't change, and pour that energy into what you can. It's not passive, it's powerful. It's how you bend without breaking, like a tree in the storm. Every act of acceptance is a representative in the gym of resilience. And with time, you don't just survive the chaos, you rise above it. 3. Practice mindfulness. We often think of mindfulness as some mystical ritual reserved for mountaintop monks. But in Stoicism, it's a quiet superpower, a way to reclaim clarity amid the chaos of daily life. Picture this. You're rushing through tasks, mind scattered, half in yesterday's regrets, half in tomorrow's worries. Stoicism gently whispers, pause, breathe, be here, now. Mindfulness isn't about escaping reality. It's about fully stepping into it. Whether you're sipping your morning coffee or walking down a noisy street, each moment holds a doorway to presence. Not in grand gestures, but in the ordinary. Start simple. Feel the warmth of the mug in your hand. Hear the rhythm of your footsteps. Smell the air around you. This isn't about shutting your eyes and meditating for hours. It's about opening them wider, to life as it is, right now. And yes, your mind will wander. Let it, then gently guide it back, again and again. Like a muscle, mindfulness grows stronger with practice. And as it strengthens, So does your ability to meet stress with steadiness and challenge with clarity. When the world feels like too much, mindfulness is that quiet breath before you act, that calm presence before you speak, that inner voice saying, "This moment is enough. I am here. I am ready." Stoicism doesn't promise an easier life. It offers a richer one. And mindfulness is your compass. 4. Cultivate resilience. There are days when you doubt everything, your strength, your purpose, your ability to keep going. You've been there. We all have. But somewhere beneath the fatigue, there's a quiet voice. Don't give up. That voice is resilience. Stoicism isn't about pretending everything's fine. It's about building an inner core that can bend without breaking. As Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. You're not powerless. You're not fragile. You're a work in progress, and resilience is your craft. Every hardship is a training ground. Every obstacle, a personal gym for your mental muscle. To be resilient is to rise, again and again, not because you feel invincible, but because you've made peace with falling and starting over. It's waking up and saying, "Today might be hard, but I will face it." It's turning your scars into stories, and your setbacks into stepping stones. So next time life throws you off balance, don't break. Breathe, learn, rise. 5. Choose your response. In every moment, you have a choice, not over what happens, but over what you do next. And that single choice can change everything. Stoicism teaches us that we are not at the mercy of the world. We are the authors of our own reactions. Think of yourself as a director. Each response you give is a line in your script. Make it count. When emotions surge, pause. That space between stimulus and response? That's where your power lives. Choosing your response isn't about silencing emotion. It's about guiding it. Anger can become purpose. Sadness can become empathy. Frustration can fuel growth. You are not a puppet of your feelings. You are the captain of your soul. And every time you respond with intention, you reclaim that authority. 6. Limit excessive desires. We live in a world that never stops telling us, buy more, be more, do more. But Stoicism cuts through the noise with a single question. Will this truly make you happy? Excessive desires are like shadows. You chase them, faster, harder, only to find they disappear the moment you grasp them. Real calm begins when you simplify. When you shift from wanting more to valuing what you have. True freedom isn't having everything. It's needing less. And that is a lesson modern life desperately needs to remember. 6. Limit excessive desires. Fan Hon Chin. Let's clear something up. This lesson isn't about renouncing joy. It's about rediscovering where real joy lives. It's not about shrinking your dreams or settling for less. It's about aiming for what actually matters. The things that nourish the soul. Not just inflate the ego. In a world obsessed with more, Stoicism invites us to ask, what's truly enough? Desire, left unchecked, becomes noise. It crowds the mind, it clouds the heart, it tricks us into thinking fulfillment lies in the next upgrade, the next possession, the next dopamine hit. But what if it doesn't? When you chase after everything, you often miss what's already within reach. The quiet satisfaction of meaningful work. The comfort of being seen and understood. The rare beauty of a slow afternoon. Think about it. Do you feel happier after that spontaneous online purchase? Or after sharing an honest conversation with someone who truly listens? Which moment stays with you? Stoicism doesn't demand that we give up all ambition. It invites us to refine it. To separate true purpose from hollow craving. Because the richest life isn't built by acquiring more, but by learning to want less. So how do you start? Not by emptying your closet, but by emptying your mind of the endless shoulds and somedays. Ask, what are you chasing that doesn't even belong to you? What are you desiring because others told you it's desirable? The Stoic path encourages a radical pause. Take a breath, step back, question everything. Will this thing make me more whole, or more distracted? Is this purchase filling a gap, or deepening one? Am I craving, or avoiding? Most of the time, the answer reveals itself in silence. Instead of feeding every impulse, practice gratitude for what already is. Turn your gaze inward. Celebrate the enoughness of this very moment. When desires arise, and they will, don't fear them. Acknowledge them, examine them, then decide if they're aligned with your deeper values. Because chasing without purpose is exhaustion. But choosing with clarity is power. And remember, happiness is not waiting at the finish line. It's woven into how you walk the path. 7. Be virtuous. It's easy to be reactive in today's world. Quick to anger, quick to judge, quick to scroll past discomfort. But Stoicism offers a timeless compass. Virtue. What is virtue? Not moral perfection, but the daily practice of aligning your actions with your highest self. In chaotic times, virtue is your anchor. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do." This isn't theory, it's a challenge. Who do you want to be when no one is watching? What would it mean to live with courage, not occasionally, but consistently? Virtue in Stoicism revolves around 4 pillars. Wisdom, seeing things as they are, not as we wish they were. Courage, choosing to act rightly, even when it's hard. Justice, treating others with fairness and dignity. Self-control, not being ruled by our emotions. These aren't lofty ideals, they're daily decisions. You show courage not just in crisis, but in speaking up gently when it would be easier to stay silent. You practice self-control not by suppressing feelings, but by pausing before reacting in anger. You embody wisdom not by knowing everything, but by asking, is this true? Is this helpful? Is this aligned with who I want to be? Living virtuously won't earn you applause, but it will earn you inner peace. And over time, your calm presence becomes a fortress, not to shut the world out, but to move through it with strength and grace. When you build a life around virtue, you don't need external rewards, because the reward is already within you. 8. Understand the transitory nature of life. Here's one of the hardest truths. Everything changes. Everything ends. The good times? They pass. The painful ones? They pass too. Life is a river, and Stoicism teaches us not to fear the current, but to flow with it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Time is a river, a violent current of events, glimpsed once, and already carried past us." This isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to wake you up. Because once you truly see that life is fleeting, you stop wasting it. You stop waiting for the perfect moment to say what needs to be said. To take the trip, to forgive, to begin again. You stop clinging to comfort and start embracing growth, even when it's uncomfortable. Understanding impermanence gives weight to the present. Suddenly, your morning coffee isn't just a routine, it's a miracle. That hug isn't just a habit, it's a treasure. That conversation isn't just small talk, it's a memory in the making. When you stop resisting change, you start dancing with it. You stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start asking, "What can I do with this moment while it's here?" Planning for the future is wise, but living in the future is a form of escape. The Stoic way is to prepare, but not postpone. To act, but not obsess. To let go, and still care. You don't need to fear life's fleeting nature. You just need to remember. This moment is yours, not forever, just now, and that's enough. 9. Find strength through gratitude. In a world overflowing with distractions, desires, and constant comparisons, it's far too easy to lose sight of the quiet miracles happening right in front of us. But Stoicism offers a gentle, steady reminder. Gratitude is not just a virtue. It is a discipline, a way of seeing that grounds you in what is real. Seneca, The Stoic philosopher believed in the power of gratitude not as a fleeting feeling, but as an active force, one that reshapes how we experience life. Gratitude doesn't require perfection. It doesn't need everything to go your way. It asks only one thing: to notice. Notice the warmth of the sun on your skin. Notice the breath you just took. Notice the fact that even after all you've faced, you're still here. You're still standing. Most of us wait to be grateful until things get better, until success arrives, until we have more. But Stoicism flips that script. We don't become happy and then feel grateful. We feel grateful and then discover happiness growing beneath our feet. It's not about denying pain. It's about choosing to see light in the middle of darkness, to find meaning in difficulty, to whisper, "Thank you," to life. Even when life is hard, try it, not when things are easy, especially when they're not. Practice gratitude when your plans fall apart, when you lose, when you feel small. That's when it matters most. Gratitude doesn't change your situation. It changes your relationship with your situation. And that change is everything. Start small. Write down one thing each day that made you smile. Say thank you, out loud, for the things you usually overlook. And watch how your spirit softens. Watch how your heart expands. Because gratitude isn't about pretending. It's about remembering that this moment, messy as it is still a gift. Blank, underscore, blank. 10. Keep learning and growing. If there's one thing life guarantees, it's challenge, pain, setbacks, unexpected turns. You won't avoid them, but you can grow through them. And that is what Stoicism teaches at its core. Growth is not reserved for the lucky or the wise. It is earned through daily choices, through deliberate reflection, through showing up, even when it's hard. Every challenge is an invitation. Every difficulty a disguised teacher. Even the smallest of life's irritations, the delay, the rude comment, the mistake, you can turn them into moments of transformation. Epictetus asked us to remember, who is invincible? The one who cannot be upset by anything outside their reasoned choice. That's real strength, not control over others, but control over yourself. So how do you grow? Not by waiting for better conditions. Not by reading more books alone. But by engaging fully with the life that's in front of you. By noticing how you respond when things go wrong. By challenging your automatic reactions. By pausing instead of lashing out. By staying grounded when others panic. You grow each time you live the lesson instead of just learning it. And yes, growth hurts. Sometimes it's uncomfortable. It demands effort, humility, and patience. But the reward isn't perfection. It's resilience. It's inner peace. It's knowing that you're not who you were yesterday, and tomorrow you'll be even stronger. This journey is personal. It doesn't matter how fast you go. What matters is that you keep walking. Keep reflecting. Keep showing up, again and again. Because the true Stoic doesn't seek comfort. They seek clarity. And that clarity comes through living bravely, honestly, and intentionally. Blank, underscore, blank. Your final reminder. These 10 lessons aren't theories for dusty bookshelves. They are living tools, forged through fire, ready for you to carry into your everyday life. They won't make your life easy, but they will make you ready. Ready to respond with courage when fear knocks. Ready to stay calm when the world turns chaotic. Ready to grow, again and again, into the best version of yourself. So, will you walk the path? Not perfectly, not all at once, but with awareness, with intention, with resilience. Blank, underscore, blank. If these words spoke to you, take a moment to act. Checkmark like this video to support our community. Speech balloon comment below with "I choose inner strength" to claim your commitment. Send mail share this message with someone who needs to hear it. Bell subscribe and turn on notifications to keep learning alongside thousands of others walking this journey. This channel is more than a place for ideas. It's a space for growth, for grounding, for choosing a better way to live. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. And above all, stay grounded, stay resilient, stay stoic.